West Midlands, Andy Street, the incumbent. He's won the thing twice against the odds, I think it's fair to say, on both occasions. What is the mood at this moment in time?
Well, I think it's early days, isn't it? I don't really feel as if it's broken out yet. Of course, both main candidates, Andy Street for the Conservatives, as you say, Richard Parker for Labour. Of course, they're out campaigning, launching campaigns, volunteers on, banging doors and leafleting and all the rest of it. But it hasn't really sort of broken through, I don't think, into the mainstream beyond nerds like ourselves. As you say, Andy Street won, if you like, against the odds. On any sort of normal political landscape, the West Midlands should be Labour, broadly speaking, and it's not been. Andy Street has sort of used the power of his own status as a sort of independent businessman, a Tory, yes, for many years, but somebody who wears it pretty lightly, so lightly that most of his campaign literature is green rather than blue. And he's spoken out a few times, maybe not as many times as he might have done, but he's spoken out a few times against his own party, of course, not least on HS2 most recently. I would say that in the past he's been up against Sean Simon, who did not perform at the ballot box as well as many of us would have anticipated, and didn't perform in the campaign as we would have anticipated. Liam Byrne was the candidate last time around, a very, very intelligent and good political operator, but didn't really run a campaign which cut through to the electorate, and Andy Street's legacy won through. This time, I think it's different. Now, there is a candidate that most people will have not heard of, but has been involved in and around the scene for a long time. Richard Parker used to work at PwC. He was involved in the back room of both of those previous campaigns for Sean and for Liam. He doesn't have profile, which I think is going to be his major challenge. But I think in terms of his political thinking, I think in terms of his approach to the job, I think in terms of getting the volunteer base out onto the streets campaigning for him, I think he'll be better at that. And of course, Andy Street's problems wearing, however lightly, a Conservative badge will probably be more problematic for him this time than it was the last two times round.